The next critique I've seen of your work is that, well, it can't happen that fast. Yeah, there's going to be global warming, and probably our grandchildren are going to have to deal with their great grandchildren, or somebody 70 years down the road. But it ain't going to happen in 10 years. I think that's just a product of your fevered imagination.
Right. And again, my fevered imagination includes imagining what other people say. So Paul Beckwith has studied historical events and prehistorical events, really, and concluded that, and he reached this conclusion about 3 years ago, the conclusion that abrupt climate change is the rule, not the exception. And as a consequence, we could, emphasis on could, experience a 5 to 6 degree global average temperature rise within a decade or two. And he even posited more recently, November of last year, that we are in the midst of abrupt climate change, and we could see not only a 5 to 6 sea temperature rise within a decade or two, but in fact could see the temperature rise to about 11 degrees centigrade higher than it is right now. And that's consistent with the geological record, in which we have a few relatively stable points in planetary history, and the temperature changes between those stable states occur quite rapidly, on the order of a few decades, not a few centuries. So the global average temperature of the planet could stabilize at 5 or 6 C above where it is right now, or at 11 or 12 degrees centigrade above where it is right now, and those changes could occur very quickly, and in fact are likely to occur quite quickly based on the geologic record. So it's not as if we're making this stuff up. I'm just quoting the scientists who are working in the field. There's a paper by Wright and Schaller in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences from now nearly 2 years ago, pointing out a 5 sea temperature rise in a span of 13 years, 55 million years ago, the last great extinction event on the planet. It's perfectly feasible that the planet could experience a profound rise in temperature in a very short period of time based on events that have occurred in the past, and that's without the 4 dozen or so self-reinforcing feedback loops underlain by industrial civilization.